What is up, everyone? Welcome to the channel. My name is Dan, and I am super excited to have you guys here. This is something that I've been wanting to do for a long while now. A space where we can talk all things San Antonio Spurs, the team that I love. I've loved since I was a little kid. We'll talk about the wins, the struggles, the legends that we've had in this organization, the young guns that we currently have that have potential to be legends for sure, and everything in between. It's a really exciting time to be a Spurs fan with all this young talent that we've got on this roster and the potential to build something that we've had in the past, which is a dynasty. Yes, it was a dynasty. I don't care that we never won back to back. It was a dynasty for sure. The future's bright, man. The future's really bright for this team. I'll be sharing my takes, breaking down games, diving into the team's history, covering the latest news, and having real conversations with you guys via the comments. My friends, I want to bring them on to have live debates. We're like any group of friends. We like to text and share the latest news, debate on what we should and shouldn't do. We're all, chair GMs in our minds. But we're passionate about it because we love this team. Just a little bit of background. Like, I was born and raised a huge Spurs fan since I was a little kid. Literally in my living room, there was a statue of Jesus and there was a Tim Duncan bobblehead right next to it. It was a way of life. Every game during the week, I would sit down in the living room with my family and cheer on that team, win or lose. And every summer for 20 straight years, me and my friends knew that we had something to do on the weekends because it was the Spurs in the playoffs battling for the title. It was so exciting, and they gave me the best childhood a kid could think of, honestly, and that's real. And I think my friends would say the same. A lot of you Spurs fans would say the same. So if you're a diehard Spurs fan and just love good basketball talk, man, hit the subscribe button, drop a comment. Let's build a community and share our thoughts and this passion that we have together, which is the Spurs. Obviously, the Spurs have the number 2 pick, the number 14 pick. The talk is, do we hold him? Do we draft Dylan Harper? How does he fit with Steph Castle and De'Aaron Fox? What do we do with Devin? How does Devin fit into that equation? Or do we package that number 2, that number 14, some draft capital that we have, which is a lot, and do we go after Giannis? And in my opinion, I think Giannis puts you in immediate title contention. As long as Steph is not a part of that package. I do not want Steph Castle part of that package. He showed the potential that he had last year. Obviously, he won Rookie of the Year. And I just think that if we can hold on to Steph Castle as not a part of that package, I would love to make that deal. Regardless if we make a trade or not, I think the Spurs are in an amazing position either way. Whether they hold on to it, they move off of it, they move back in the draft. I don't know. There's all kinds of rumors out there. Obviously, the Spurs are far more intelligent than us, casual fans or some casual fans, but they know what they're doing. Brian Wright, I think, has proven himself with that De'Aaron Fox trade, which we got for a bag of potato chips, really, from Sacramento and Chicago. Still don't know how he pulled that off, but super excited that he did. Again, regardless of what we do, if we trade or we hold on to those picks, I think the Spurs are in a great position. It's going to be a weird transition going into the Mitch era. I didn't know if Mitch was going to get the position after Pop announced his retirement, and I only say that because we didn't know that Mike Malone from Denver was going to get fired. We didn't know that Taylor Jenkins from Memphis was going to get fired. Mike Budenholzer was out there. All these guys from the Spurs family tree that were available, but they decided to stay in-house, and I think, pretty sure that Brian Wright, RC, sat with some of the players and they said, hey, how was your experience with Mitch? What do you think? What do you think of the direction that we're going, and how would you feel about keeping Mitch? And I'm pretty positive that the players, they've had his back, and they said, they like playing for him. We would like for him to be the guy. I'm more than positive they had that conversation with Wemby. I can't see any big moves being made without consulting Wemby and his team. So that's just the era of basketball now, right? This kid is the future, and we want to make sure that he's on board with whatever direction we take. Um, I think that if we're going to go after Giannis, it would be beneficial for us, obviously, if Giannis came out and said that the Spurs were his desired choice. I think that he's done enough for that organization in Milwaukee. And I think the front office will try and do right by him. They're going to ask for a lot anyway, and that's going to be some players, that's going to be draft picks, and that's going to be hopefully not Steph Castle again. But they're going to ask for a lot. But I think if he says that he wants to be a Spur, they will do whatever it takes and kind of bend on whatever they ask for. So having Giannis say that he would be willing to come to the Spurs, sign an extension, obviously we would need him to do that, would be huge for us. Again, either way, Spurs in a great position. Exciting time to be a Spur. I can't wait for this upcoming season. It's been weird because in the off season it used to be real quiet, right? There wasn't a lot of stuff going on. The off season in the NBA has turned into a soap opera. All the moves, all the trades, all the crazy stuff that's happening. So anything can happen at any time, but I'm here for it. I'm excited. I'm excited to talk with you guys about it. Again, I've wanted to do this for so long. I'm happy that I'm doing it now. Looking forward to interacting with you guys, having conversations, having debates. Tell me what you think the direction of this team's going, and love to have a conversation with you. So thank you for tuning in. A lot more to come. Peace, love, and go Spurs go.